favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days with the entire nation hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others, but they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad in my camp.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Things are heating up, that's for sure. We found this opportunity and we're working for it.
My man.
Tulsa King. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
Being a cadet in Starfleet Academy means being open to the people around you.
I've spent my whole life getting away from stuff, letting someone in. That's hard.
I want to be captain. I need to be captain.
I owe you something. It is coming just for you.
Welcome back, everybody. So from MetLife, it finished 1-1 between Morocco and Brazil in Group C. Later on today, it's Scotland and Haiti in the same group, but Morocco scored first. Vinny Jr. leveled things for Brazil. In the end, the two teams will split points. Nice to have you with us, everybody. Welcome along. I'm Poppy Miller, alongside Benny Feilhaber, Nigel Reo-Coker, Mike Grella, and Troy Deeney. You were talking all about Brazil. Benny, you obviously were born there. You spent a lot of time there. What did you think of them today?
Well, they grew into the game. They started slow. We all talked about it in the first 30, 35 minutes. Morocco was all over them. It didn't look like they could pass out of the back. They forgot their passing shoes. And so grew into the game after the Vinny play. Second half, I thought Brazil was the slightly better team. But neither team had too many chances in the second half. It was kind of a reversal of what we saw in the first half. A lot of, you talked about it, Mike Grella. I don't even know how to call you here.
Call me whatever you
usually
want.
call you Grella, but now we're on the air. Maybe call you Michael.
It does throw you off,
The thing
though,
she calls
doesn't
me,
it?
you could call me any name.
Sometimes if I go to say Mike, it feels weird, and then I get thrown off.
Yeah, I'll just call you Grella. But the second half was a little bit of a reversal of the first, and we didn't get as much action, and the pace slowed down. So Not as entertaining, but I think both teams kind of settled for the point in the last 10, 15 minutes of the game.
What about you, Mr. Morocco?
Can we stop? Good game of football. I agree with Benny. Second half, I felt that Morocco played more for the point in the last 15, 20 minutes. They're happy with it. And if you look at the group, you're talking about the two probably best teams in the group, the two juggernauts. So for them, a point against each other will be something that makes sense as the tournament continues to progress.
I thought it was actually disappointing for both teams. I didn't see a clear favourite. You talk about the two biggest teams in that group, and obviously like juggernauts. If I was Scotland, I wouldn't be too concerned with that. I think we could sit in a good shape. They turned the ball over a lot, both teams, and also a little bit void of ideas in the final third. Very much give it to one player and hope he does it. For Morocco, it was Diaz, and for Brazil, it was very much Vinicius. You've got a better team. You need to work on something in that final third. I was a little bit disappointed overall for the game. Personally, I thought, unfortunately, the only team so far that showed us who and what they are has been America, and you have to give them credit for that. I think everybody else has been very nervy. They've not really handled the occasion great, and we haven't really seen that classic game yet that we thought this would probably be the one to give us.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Morocco, aside from the first 35 minutes, they were just... both teams looked like they never played with each other before. It looked like they didn't know how they were going to set up, how they were going to play. I thought the game was played at an incredible physicality and pace. And just in the final third, balls just whipped across the box, just sort of random plays. And I thought the quality, because of the physicality, I thought the quality was low. I was left disappointed. You know, when you watch Brazil in the World Cup, you're like, oh, if we're going to see something, you know. Didn't see anything from any of the stars, really. So
still to come, hopefully, for both of them, and the fan bases as well. We mentioned Morocco dominated New York in the last World Cup. Brazil have got an amazing fan base here in New York and on the West Coast. Nico Cantor is doing coast to coast with all of his travels. He's in El Farolito today with some friends. Nico, no?
What's up, guys? Yes, we are in El Farolito, their bar. We're here with Santi Lopez and Kevin Gonzalez, coach and goalkeeper of El Farolito. Grell, you should take some notes because these guys have more US Open Cup wins than you, by the way. So they were nice enough to welcome me to El Farolito. I've learned a lot about the community here, and we were watching the Brazil-Morocco game. What'd you guys think?
Brazil got to do better.
Yeah, Brazil, I think, Santi, Brazil walks away frustrated from this point.
Very Ancelotti style. It takes a while for them to get into the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, I think they should have iced it, really. Morocco were trying to hang on, and in the end they did. And then towards the end of the game, you should have seen how tense it was here. It was probably tense in the studio. Morocco could have snagged it. A little bit of smash and grab, especially how they played in the second half. But a very enjoyable game at the World Cup, but perhaps we should have walked away with a winner here, guys.
Nico, blink twice if you're in trouble, bro.
Why, bro?
Where are you?
Bro, we're in El Farolito. Listen, hey, can we show the trophies all around here? This is a historic place of American soccer.
Oh, wow.
Something you were telling me, how many years of history does this club that your dad founded through the taqueria, how long has it been here?
Since '85, so that's more than 40 years.
Bro, this is a place with a lot of football history. Santi was telling me that through the taqueria, El Farolito, they established a soccer team that's able to pay for travel, all of these deep US Open Cup runs. They were the darlings of the US Open Cup from a little while ago, right? So it's beautiful to see how this small community comes around soccer, the World Cup, El Farolito and US Open Cup, and we get to learn a little bit more about these pockets in the United States. We arrived in San Francisco, and it's a thriving soccer community of puro Latinos, right?
Everywhere, through corners, throughout the city. Everybody's feeling the passion, so, you know, this is a great spot to watch the game. Hey, I'll get some brews and, you know, enjoy the sport.
So, Grella, I ain't in trouble, bro. I had a couple of beers, a shot of tequila. I'm enjoying what it is to be a soccer fan here in San Francisco.
Nico, real quick for me. Yesterday, you bottled it from taking a taser to the nuts for Jackass. Today, there's no drinks on the table. Are you actually having fun, or are you actually really working? It doesn't feel right.
Bro, I I had 2 beers and a tequila shot. You guys are lucky that I'm not slurring my words on live TV.
How many tequila shots you have today, Nige?
Over under.
I plead the fifth.
Thanks, Nico. Enjoy. We'll see you soon.
All right, bye, guys. And I'm going on a bike ride across the Golden Gate Bridge, so I want to see Grella looking up on my Strava, see how I do, all right?
I will, Nico, I will. I miss you over here, man.
See you, Nico. Have fun. Oh, are you jealous about the bike ride, Grell?
Nico and I always bike together, and this summer the World Cup has robbed us of that, but obviously it's brought other nice things. What's that?
Who's better?
Me or Nico?
Yeah.
Nico's been riding for a long time, so he knows how to go downhill and take turns better, but uphill power, horsepower.
Yeah, but more importantly, what do you guys wear? You're wearing the tight shorts, spandex.
As tight as it gets. And I shave my entire body.
That's got to be a terrible sight. A terrible sight.
Except for my face.
Yeah, you don't shave anything up here.
Except for my face.
Thank you for that nugget. We really appreciate it. Okay, stay with us.
Your bike ride? You bought a bike?
From the chin down.
Carry on, Poppy.
It's just Nigel's 50th hobby this summer that he's picked up. We're going to be back in just a second with Lucas Leiva to discuss what happened in this opener between Brazil and Morocco.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golazo Matchday. So here's a look at the ratings between Brazil and Morocco from our friends at SofaScore. On the Brazilian side of things, you've got a couple in the 7s here, most of them in the 6s, and Vinny Jr., the standout tonight, with 8. Would you agree with this, Benny?
Well, he got the one play, right? A fantastic play where he goes down the line, cuts back inside to his preferred foot, and smashes the ball. So, yeah, I think the 8 is valid.
And how Cunha comes on and he's in the 7s, right?
He takes the set pieces and all of that. It's stats. It's stupid.
He lost the ball less times than whoever else was out there, maybe.
Yeah.
Very questionable. But okay.
Grell, any yeses or nos from you? Disagreements with that?
The two center backs got
split. Were your
split.
eyes open when we showed it?
The two center backs got split pretty bad on the first goal, wide open. So I don't know how they got such a high score. But the game was disjointed really bad. Hopefully both teams can build on that and build like pressure into the game and build some moments in the game. Really just a lot of random plays in the game.
Let's see what a former Brazilian international, Lucas Leiva, thinks about it. Lucas, good to see you again. How did you rate that tonight from Brazil? Glass half full or half empty for you?
I think for what Brazil produced in the two halves, I think is half full. I think Brazil never looked dangerous, unfortunately, never looked in control of the game. And of course, in a moment that Vinicius Junior could do the difference and scored a goal. So it's better 1 point than nothing. But I think Ancelotti will have a lot of work to do for the next game. Of course, the next game is against IT. It should be an easier game for Brazil, but I was a little bit worried, especially in the first half, we all saw on the game.
Lucas, looking back at that game, were you more worried about the lack of production in the final third or how vulnerable at times defensively Brazil looked?
I think a bit of both. I think before the game we spoke about balance, and Brazil never looked control in the middle. I think Casemiro struggled a bit and got a yellow card. I think that's why he got taken out in the halftime. But even offensively, Brazil never looked dangerous. I think Brazil didn't create as much as we would imagine. We were talking a little bit about the position of Rafinha. Brazil never had a right winger, which made difficult. And of course, second half a little bit better. And with Danilo coming on as well on the right back, I think gave a little bit more stability at the back. But like I said, I think overall wasn't a good performance and the balance of the team wasn't right. The middle never got the control of the game, and we know how important is the midfield for the team. So, like I said, maybe the first game, a bit nervous and a lot of pressure. We just hope that the second game we could see more offensive play, but also with more balance at the back.
Yeah, Lucas, you just took my question away there, so I'll expand on it a little bit. I spoke at halftime about having a lack of control in midfield. It felt like Casemiro normally now is breaking up the play, and Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle is more like the emotional leader. He's running around a lot and gets the crowd involved. It felt like it needed one or two players to get their foot on the ball and just dictate the tempo. Just looking ahead now, who are the players for Brazil to do that in midfield? Do they have those players, a player like yourself who used to get on the ball and dictate the tempo?
I think Casemiro is the player, but I think today he looked always late. In the challenge he never looked controlled. He sometimes he was ahead of Bruno in the build-up, which it should be the difference. It should be Casemiro a little bit deeper and Bruno higher up on the pitch. So I think they couldn't find themselves on the spaces, and that's why they never looked controlling the midfield. Of course, Fabinho gave a little bit more stability, I think, when he came on. But overall, the team didn't play well, and the midfield especially didn't control, which I think it's the key for the team.
And Lucas, I know it might be a little bit tough to talk about how Rafinha fits into the attacking pieces because he's such an integral part, right? We have Vinny on the left side, which is playing in his favorite position. Rafinha, not necessarily. How do we get him involved more in the game, even though the midfield was lacking a little bit? Is it on the right side? Does he find a role as a central player? Or is there some sort of combination that he can shift over to the left and somehow Vinny is also potentially elsewhere? I'm trying to figure out what's the best way for Ancelotti to put those players together and find the best, tandem with those two.
Yeah, well, Rafinha, when I saw the first 11, I thought he would be on the right side, Paqueta as a 10, and Vini on the left. But it was actually the opposite. Paqueta was on the right side and Rafinha like as a 10, but sometimes going to the left side, and then Vini having to come in the middle, which it didn't help because we know Vini Jr. is really good on the 1v1. So I think Rafinha will end up staying on the right side. I think we can take the best of him, and also because we don't have a right back that is really offensive like we used to have. So I think it will be the best position for Rafinha, and of course Ancelotti will have to find a second striker or a number 10, which we don't really have apart from Neymar when he's fit to play behind the strikers. So Rafinha, I see him more as a right winger because then it gives him the chance to go inside, to shoot, to make combinations, and then it doesn't use as well the space of Vinicius Jr. that it happened, especially in the first half.
It's so true. We'll see how Brazil does for the rest of the World Cup journey. Thanks so much, Lucas. We hope to see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely will.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. How do you say bye in Brazil?
Ciao.
Oh, is it?
No, it's seen. Yes.
Seen. Okay.
I'm speaking a bunch of languages now. Yeah, ciao is obviously Italian, but we utilize it for ourselves too.
You're fluent in Brazilian, aren't you?
In Portuguese.
Yes, Portuguese.
Brazilian Portuguese.
Sorry.
What's going on?
Sorry. I meant to say Portuguese.
Say 3.
It's 8:30, and Grella has barely got his eyes.
You guys can do it out there. It's not hard.
Normally,
you guys can make it to that seat. It's not hard.
Normally, I would save you. Normally, I'll jump in and save you. This time, I'm going to watch you drown.
Nige, come on, you're my only ally. Okay, let's talk about Vinicius Jr.'s day then, because here's a look at just some of the numbers and metrics behind him, including his heat map as well. What did you think? The highest rated player, his favoured position? What would you give him, Troy, seeing as you love stats so much?
I actually thought he played well. Probably the only player on the pitch that kind of like jumps off the pitch when you're watching it and goes, okay, that's that extra X factor. The goal obviously makes his number jump up to an 8. Thought defensively he was a lot better as well, but something's not right with this Brazil team, because if they're going to play like that moving forward, the further on in the competition they get, people will just double up on Vinicius Jr. The better teams will just stick to there and kind of tactically shape it up so you have to go down the opposite side of the pitch. So again, when you're setting your press, you're going to say, okay, let the right back have it, keep him that way and just take him out of the game. So I'm a little bit concerned for that bigger picture stuff, but his goal was the quality that we know he has, and the frustration, like we spoke about at half-time, is he doesn't do it enough moving forward. And again, if he's going to be not just a commercial superstar, but a footballing superstar that we talk about for the next 10, 15 years, he needs to put in performances like that more consistently.
I think Vinny takes advantage of. Sorry, Nige. I think Vinny takes advantage of a lot of teams and a lot of players with his physical capabilities alone. Obviously, he's a great dribbler, one of the best in the world, but with his speed. And tonight, it was like well matched. So he was kind of, aside from that one moment, he struggled to even just get crosses off. It was that difficult. And now, as the modern game moves constantly towards physicality and speed and all these metrics that we use, how high can you jump and all these things, the game, sometimes both teams try to dominate in those sections. Neither team said, hey, let's settle, let's play some football, let's move it, let's have some timing, let's have some space. Lucas just said, let's have some control in the midfield, let's create, let's apply a sustained pressure on top of them, let's control the moments, let's play some football. There was no clarity in the game. It was like, we're going to run faster than you, we're going to press you, we're going to jump higher than you, we're going to whip balls across your body. It was played in with physicality, which I'm surprised. Morocco, not so much, right? But with Brazil, you think they normally have the physicality and a little bit of football, and that's why they have 5 World Cups. But they were very naive today. Like, under pressure, just turned it over so much.
But just on that point, though, if they had a bit more control, it actually would open up Vinicius, because if they're playing balls in
100%.
midfield, Morocco try and jump, and as they try and jump, now you split the lines, now he's getting the ball, he's 1v1, and maybe you're forcing Hakimi to not go forward. You're actually saying, right, you're going to have to stay and hold. So, yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a little bit, for me, from a coaching point of view, you look at it and say, well, OK, what are they trying to do here? Is it just going to be give our best player the ball? That's stuff that you see at Sunday League.
Well, I was just going to say, by the way.
Yeah, it's like give the best player the ball.
Felt like that a little bit.
Yeah, at the average positions, Nige, sorry, we just want to show this as you make your point.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you look at average positions there, it's probably played in the middle of the pitch, and I would say one thing that's always been a foundation of Brazilian football and great Brazilian teams we've seen is chemistry in the final third. There just didn't seem to be any real chemistry in the final third of this Brazilian side right now. You look at, exactly like the boys have said, cheap giveaways, people wanting to do, having ideas in their head, but it's not connecting and not coming off. And historically, great Brazilian teams we've seen, that's one thing you can never question. The chemistry in the final third of the creativity and the goal scorers that they had has always been the history and the foundation of Brazilian teams. And today, they were really lacking that. I think it was too many individual moments where you saw one time Vinicius Jr. trying to flick it and Rafinha wasn't in tune. That was never Brazilian football, because that always used to connect, bang, 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 and we'll be like, oh my God, that was beautiful. That
was big swag and big combinations, and there was none of that.
That average position was interesting because Lucas said one thing that was really, caught my eye was the outside backs. They don't have a Marcelo, Dani Alves, Cafu, Roberto Carlos that get up and down. So the width was coming from those guys, though. I feel like you need some sort. It's too narrow when you get higher up the field. So if you don't have those guys running off, it's almost better you keep the four in the back more at home. And can you get the width from Vinny and Rafinha if those are the two guys you're looking for? I'm almost wondering if you a 4-4-2 where you have a little bit more movement
Madrid,
close to the goal. Yeah, more movement around the goal. I just don't know if Brazil has two center midfielders that are good enough to
the legs,
right to just dominate a game. They can against Haiti,
of course,
but I don't know if they can do it against Scotland, and definitely not in the knockout round.
I don't know whether you could just re-put that graphic back up for us, Janice. Well, that's the two midfielders that we've got. Average position, they were on top of each other in midfield.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. Look, when you look at 28 and 5, it's so difficult to keep the ball in such tight spaces anyway. But also, you've got a full pitch. These guys are all on top of each other. That's where I think they lost it as well, because you'd expect the 20 to be a little bit out, 5 yards out to the left, and the 8, 5 yards out to the right, just to give you that basic triangle shape to be like, OK, now we can play, here's a way through. But it just felt like they was all sat on top of each other, and that's an area they have to look at.
You can be close if you can play one-touch football quick. If it's 1-2 touch and you can move the ball quickly, that can work. We've seen great teams like the great Spain team do it.
But you need an outlet.
That, you do need an outlet.
They don't have an outlet, though.
They don't have
There's
an outlet.
no one out wide higher up, right? Rafinha's
But that's
inside.
the modern game, and they're also probably taking what they do domestically, how they play for their clubs. Because most of these players now, especially the higher up, they never stay out wide. They all come in narrow. They want to do the same runs. They all want it to go in there. That's the problem in the modern game. And then when you look at Ancelotti as well, historically, he doesn't really like to influence or overcoach in the final third. He lets the players have that freedom and responsibility to go out and express themselves. And again, we saw today there wasn't that great chemistry. Sometimes you have to have a little simple foundation.
At least they've both got the first points of the competition, haven't they? As it finished a draw, we're going to look at the best number 10s in the World Cup in just a second and rank them and see just how difficult maybe sometimes it is to wear that number 10 jersey.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others, but they're not like us. We need to get out of here now.
Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad would want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Well, the iconic number 10 is traditionally reserved for the team's playmaker or undisputed star. It's a number that was made legendary by Pelé. The player wearing it doesn't just play, they really pull the strings, they dictate the tempo, and they are just the backbone of every team's success. Benny, you wore the number 10, didn't you, plenty of times? Does there come extra pressure with wearing that number for a football team?
The jersey's heavy.
Is it?
The jersey's heavy, yeah. You got to have the right personality to wear it, for sure. I mean, the 10s that we showed over there aren't even the 10s that I was used to watching, right? Jude Bellingham, to me, is an 8, right? He wears the 10, though, and then Mbappe's a 9, even though he wears a 10. But, yeah, I think you got to have a little personality to wear it, for sure.
Yeah. What did you wear, Grell? 13?
10 or 13?
13, okay. Troy, what was yours?
9, obviously.
9, yeah. And Nigel?
I'm not in that conversation. Let's keep it going, because I know you're going to try and come for me.
What'd you wear? Number 2?
3.
Head the ball? Give it to someone who knows how to play?
Who's he talking to?
Tackle it and give it to someone.
I know he's not talking to me.
It could have been both. It could have been both.
I'm talking to her.
Hold on, he's come back to life because somebody threw a jab at him. Okay, so we asked our friends at SofaScore for the top 10 performances by a number 10 at a World Cup. There's only a handful that have had a perfect score. This is a look at 14 through 11 that we're going to show you, and there's some big names on there, including Grella, one of your icons, Diego Armando Maradona.
Yeah, he's the world's icon, right? He's in the argument of the best player that we've ever seen, Diego Maradona. And then Gianni Rivera, by the way, I've never really watched him play, but my uncle's always like, oh, this guy Gianni Rivera was the guy. So not surprised to see him up there. And obviously Platini was also a Juventus legend.
And the only World Cup performance rated above 9.5 this century was Eden Hazard, who had 9.6 against Tunisia back in 2018. He was the one player that we really wanted to highlight as well, Nige, because yes, okay, you can say maybe the opponent had something to do with it, but what he was able to do was pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, that was when he was really at the height of his career, the top form there, where it was undeniable that he was one of the best players in the world at that moment in time there. Definitely one of the old school style number 10s in what he can do, and he could really dictate the tempo of the game by affecting the game from an attacking standpoint and creating things, and you just couldn't stop him. His ability on the ball, when he gets the ball and how he dribbled and drive in the attack space was just something to be amazed about at that period of time.
Yeah, played against him when he was at Chelsea at that point, and just sometimes you play against players that you just, they're just too good. I'm just not at that level, and again, he was one of them. You know, Kevin De Bruyne and
what
David.
What did he do, by the way, that was so good that really?
He was so sharp, but also just the control that he had. So he's Probably Nigel's height. I'm just thinking who's the smallest out of us. Probably Nigel's height. He can get a little bit taller, yeah. He can get it. Also, he gets it here with the man on it, rolls out and he's gone. Yeah. In two touches of the ball, he's 5 yards away from you. You're like, where did that come from? Strong, can score, go past you with both feet. The only player I see kind of close to him at the moment is Ryan Shirky. He's the type of guy as well. Makes so many mistakes, like, because he's trying to do the right thing. Don't worry, give me again. Don't worry, give me again. You see so many players nowadays with their pass percentages, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. These guys are just geniuses who are trying to experiment on the pitch.
That's why the 10s never get perfect scores. They're always making mistakes because they try stuff.
Absolutely.
But you got to have the cojones to do it. Hope we can say that on TV.
Don't worry, made a career out of it, you'll be fine.
I think as well that Eden Hazard as well, when you think of the players that have had the best scores, it's not easy, is it, to get ranked the highest on SofaScore. Let's have a look at some of the others then, because we mentioned Maradona was also on there. Who else do we like from the list?
These are all where Nigel played, so.
Any?
Probably for me, it's just still Maradona. He was different. I mean, I wasn't there to witness some of these other players, but when you talk about just legendary number 10s, I think it's hard to look beyond Maradona, what he did and what he could do. Like, just fantastic.
He only got 9.8 against England in that quarterfinal in 1986.
He got docked for a handball, so.
Did he though?
Hand of God.
I think that was celebrated. Surprised it wasn't celebrated by SofaScore as well. I think, Grell, you talk about him so much. It's just almost like Lamine Yamal. We talk about the flair and the personality. Is that really what he had?
Yeah, I think it's important that when you rate players, because it's very easy to disregard what he did, because when you look at the numbers of Ronaldo and Messi and all these new guys and what they're doing, and it's fantastic. I think you have to judge players by one metric. How do they make you feel when you watch them play? And people would pay big money to watch him play because he scored different types of goals. He scored with his right, left, headers. Never went down, never flopped, got kicked. I mean, they kicked him like crazy. In Italy...
He never went down?
Never went down. Never went down. Go and watch the clips. He's getting ragdolled all over the field, and he finds a way to get up and go by guys. I mean, he's one of the most exciting players to watch. In Italy, there's a north-south battle. All the north has the money, the big teams, Juventus, Milan, Inter, right? He goes to the south, goes to Naples, one part of his career, and puts them on the board, makes them famous, wins a Scudetto with them, and really, I think, challenged himself in ways that the superstars of today would have never done that. And just an interesting guy. Obviously, we know about him off the field as well. Unbelievable character.
It's also about the physicality that Grella says about back in that generation of footballers. People don't understand. When Grella says kicking him, it's beyond kicking him. It's literally leg-breaking tackles where he could have broken his leg and he still rid it. Different generation, but he was, like you said, he was special. You just edge of your seat, and it's not something that these players like Maradona is. They're not coached. They're just a gift to the game of football, of how they see the game and how they play the game. And when you talk about players that used to carry a team, that was him.
Yeah.
Carry 10 other players on your back. Be that one guy. That was what he did.
Carry a nation as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments I'm hearing just said if he played today, he'd be worth $1 billion to try and have on your team. How much would he be worth, Benny?
I don't know what he'd be worth, but to me, there's only one player that really compares with him ever in history, and it's Messi, right? When Messi was younger, I know he's 38 and we're watching him in MLS these days, but when he was younger, he didn't go down. He would fight through tackles, he would stay on top of it, and he would continue to go for it in a very similar way. And maybe it's because he grew up maybe watching him to some degree or heard it from, family, and he wanted to kind of emulate his game after him, but he's the closest comparison. I think Messi has, even leveled up beyond Maradona to some degree, but it's really hard to compare because Messi has never been kicked the way Maradona has. And it's just it's always different generationally.
Do you agree to that?
No, I
Messi's been kicked quite.
Not to this level.
Yeah.
I always find it difficult. It's like the NBA, right? It's the LeBron or the Jordan. It's really difficult. We talk about different generations.
He would be the Jordan for me.
But I'm saying it's different generations, isn't it, right? Because you can say, oh, he's great.
So he'd be the GOAT.
For me,
for most people, he would be. But again, now the younger generation, like we didn't watch this guy play. Some of us were just being bored. Some of us were already at school, but the rest of us were just trying, you know, we hear it all secondhand.
Yes.
We only see it and live through Messi. It goes back to your point. What did that player make you feel when you saw that moment, when Messi won the World Cup? Everybody, a football fan, was like, that's great for him, and it made you feel good.
I think Pelé is another excellent example of that, isn't he? Because not many of us were able to watch him play, but in the top 5, he is not actually listed, which is crazy, isn't it? But this
Jeff Hurst as well. I just
had to throw an English guy in there.
Do you remember Jeff Hurst?
This one here, okay. Zico's in it and Pele's not in. I think that for me is a weird one. It's a bit crazy that Pele's not in it.
Is he the biggest
snub? In my opinion. You'd have to say so, yeah. I mean, he's the only player in history of the game to have won 3 World Cups. He's got 3 World Cups to his name.
What does SofaScore know? They weren't even around back then.
3 World Cups in his name.
What are they doing this retroactively?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Again, it's about it. And the thing about the Pele thing that makes me... It really irks me a bit is people talk about... I don't know. Do you think that they show Pele enough respect?
No. How does that not get you perfect game? 1 goal, 2 assists. In a final
against Italy. But he doesn't get there. And again, you know when people say about Pele, again, it's a generation thing that these guys touched on. Back to appreciate Pele, you had to go and watch it. Or even if you're fortunate to watch some of the clips. We talked about it earlier, Benny, about how people go on so much about some of these skills that players are doing. Pele was doing it back then. Before social media, before really people started to watch football on television. He was doing a lot of these skills that these modern players are doing now, but didn't really get the credit for what he did and how evolutional he was to the game of football. Evolutional. Don't look at me like that.
It is true, isn't it? Because I think in future generations, they're going to be able to watch back and see clips of Messi and see clips of Lamine Yamal. You can't really do that as much, obviously, with Pelé, but what an absolute legend. It must be... an icon of the game, isn't he? Nigel, I'm just hearing, actually, we're going to go to break and you've got a chance at redemption from earlier on. So off you go. Take us, there you go.
I'm doing a Greta. We're going to break right about now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Oh, you chickened out.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon? When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready? Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad in my camp.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back, everybody. What a moment it's going to be for Haiti, their first World Cup match in over 50 years. They last played in 1974, where they didn't earn a single point. They qualified, by the way, on the final match day of the CONCACAF qualifying, claiming the top spot in their group with a 2-0 win against Nicaragua. So a huge opportunity for them this afternoon, tonight, this evening, wherever you're watching, against Scotland. This is massive, isn't it? Because there's 4 debutants, Troy, in this year's World Cup, but for maybe even Scotland, but especially Haiti, this is going to feel like a debut for a lot of the fans out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, one of the smallest islands around to have that. Just the cultural aspect of it as well. I know, obviously, down in Miami, there's a massive Haitian population as well. So, look, it's a great moment for them and for Scotland, because I was in Times Square a couple of days ago. The Scots are here. They're drinking. They're letting everyone know it's going to be a good time. But I think it's going to be a great game. Again, I think we've seen that graphic a lot as well. First time to get points in a World Cup. So we saw what that did for Canada. We saw what that did for Qatar earlier today. So Haiti can now join that group as well. So I think with this expanded competition, we don't know a great deal about Haiti in terms of the way they play, the styles, the history. Anyone who tells you they do, tell you now, they're lying. There's not enough footage to be able to do that. So we're all going to learn about Haiti, both as a football team and then as a nation. And that's why the World Cup's so good.
We do know a couple of the players, though, don't we, Nigel, that are in the starting lineup tonight, because they do... They do play on Paramount Plus next season. One from Sunderland, one from Wolves as well. Here's a look at the 11.
Yes, Bellegarde there in that midfield will be one of the players to keep an eye on, one of our Paramount players. Isidore as well up top. For me, like Troy said, it's more about learning about Haiti, and I think for the people of Haiti as well is the political unrest domestically in the country. It's a bit of a get away from that now to, get behind the nation. And we're going to learn about them. I don't think that there's going to have any fear in this and approach, this a nothing to lose kind of mentality going into a World Cup. There's that unknown factor, and they can play on that and go out there and play with a lot of freedom and have no fear, and maybe surprise a few of us.
And hopefully Scotland can have no fear as well, because, like you said, Troy, they've really, captured America so far. The Tartan Army, with the singing, with the drinking, the dancing, God knows what else they're doing.
Every pub in New York is happy right now. Yeah. Every pub. Yeah.
How crazy, by the way, the Paramount Plus contingents. Tyler Adams, John McGinn, we saw in the Europa League, Scott McTominay as well. Scott McTominay as well.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day for some
I was thinking Tyler for the US. Scott McTominay, by the way, is on a banknote, which just shows what a legend and an icon he is over in Scotland. They're going to have all the passion tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And again, they've got, it's a decent squad. I expect them to be favourites in this game. Steve Clark's done a wonderful job. They're normally defensively solid, obviously trying to attack. The likes of Super John McGinn out on that left-hand side there, he will add a lot. But I also think it's they embody what Scottish people are. Work hard, they have fun, and they're in it together. And that's what you're going to see. It doesn't matter when they play Brazil, play Morocco, they're going to go there.
Some of them work hard. Sorry.
I'm a
no problem.
Scottish.
But the rest of them are all going to go, and everyone on the bench they'll all be here going, yes, it's a World Cup, but they'll be taking in a World Cup as if we was. How amazing is this? What an opportunity this is. And when you have that fire and that passion, I think that can take you a long way.
I will say, though, for the first time, because I agree, Scotland, Haiti's coming just for a participation award, and a lot of teams are.
Yeah, they're about to get a point the way that you talked about Qatar before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Qatar's not doing anything. They're coming. That's it. That's the highlight of the tournament.
Neither is Australia, apparently, either.
And we don't have enough time to talk about, but, too many teams coming for participation award. I think for the first time in a very long time, Scotland's not. The winner, Champions League experience, Champions League winner, McGinn winner. Shea Adams plays at a high level, obviously for Torino at Serie A. Hickey, fantastic player. Doak, fantastic.
Tierney as well, one with Celtic, one with Arsenal.
There's, for the first time for me in a long time, they've got guys in the changing room that are actually, I don't think they're coming to have fun. I think they're coming to get out of the group. I think they're coming to get to the round of 8 and really, really do something special.
Can they take top 2 in this group?
Very possible.
Can they beat either Brazil or Morocco?
Very possible.
Based on the game we just seen, yeah, because it'll be perfect for them. Sit in, low block, and then hit on the counter-attack.
Okay, the Scots are coming, and so is Mackenzie Brooks. To recap today's bets, good to see you, Mackenzie. Unfortunately, we're going to have to give Mike Grella a bit of credit, right, just before we look ahead, because you did get it spot on, Grell, I'm hearing. 13 shots, you said. You're the only one that's got...
Minus 240.
Yeah, we could all hit a
I mean, you got paid peanuts, though.
Oh, my...
That's
Grell.
That's beautiful, though. What is it, 14?
Hang on. Apparently, True Media just took one of the shots away. I'm not even kidding. And so that doesn't count.
No.
I swear.
They're messing with you, huh? No, they're messing with you.
I just heard it.
That has happened to me before. The shots on
Vegas
target
called in, huh?
up and down.
I couldn't be happier. That was just...
Did you say it was
best
13
graphic of the day?
But it was just like also the Qatar goal was given as a
Oh, that's shocking, though. That guy was a hero up until that point. Yeah.
OK, so we'll take back that round of applause for you, Grella. We're all in the red. TBD on the standings, because no one won today. But, Mackenzie, you've got another chance, because you've got this late game for us, right?
Yeah, a good 2-leg parlay, very digestible here with Scotland. Obviously, a pro-Scotland parlay. We're going over 4.5 corners, parlay with the team total over 1.5 goals. The corners, obviously, we bought that down. They've averaged 7 in their last 3 games. They've gone over this number 5 of their last 7. But then you think about the actual game script here, right? They're going to spend a lot of time on that side of the field. You're going to see Haiti probably just trying to stay above water defensively. So we should get over on those corners. And again, that team total is pretty juiced too, but putting 2 heavy juiced things together, we get around plus 130, and a player prop going with John McGinn, who you guys have talked about, to score or assist. We had some success with that in this previous game that we all just watched together. This is a guy that doesn't feel priced correctly. You're getting plus 110 for a guy that's been very active to score or assist in his past 7 games. And you talk about the games that he wasn't involved in, it's because he played a total of 49 minutes, right? So just asking him to do what he typically does for this team, and we're getting plus money.
And massive games as well, like the Europa League final, where he was such a big part in as well. I love that, Mackenzie. I'm hearing we've got the updated standings as well. All is not lost, Grella, because you're not at the bottom of it. But you are...
Well done. Second to last.
Hang on, you are actually at the bottom.
She's today.
She's on one, huh? She's been on fire.
Oh, OK, and this is our score predictions as well. Nigel and I are going for the same 2-1 Scotland.
Ooh, Haiti's getting a goal for you guys.
Troy think that Scotland's going to win by 3, a really heavy scoreline for you. And then Grella and Benny, you're siding with Mackenzie here. 2-0.
Mackenzie was right on the last game. 1-1 for Mackenzie.
I don't know if that means you want to fade me now or if it's a good thing to be on my side.
No, you wanna ride the streak.
Surely, there's got to be more goals than this.
Surely, you Switzerland, 1-1.
First game,
1-1 Morocco.
I hope so.
I feel like the Scottish mob have got to look after me today. 3-0 coming in.
You're on your own as well, Troy, so you boost you up the standings. I'm hearing...
Did you copy Nigel again, did you? Who's next?
I sent mine in first.
Who's next, anyway?
We've got... What's this comment? Grella's got the rug pulled out from him. Grella brought it all on himself.
Are you new to the show? Must be your first time watching the Golazo Network. Welcome.
Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. We can't wait to see you for the rest of our 48 Nations coverage. Enjoy the match, everybody, tonight. We will see you tomorrow, and more match night coming up for you after this short break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.